Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, we're back. Hey,
Welcome
how about
back.
that?
Yeah, I'm John.
I'm Rick.
And so to go back to what we were talking about, Jira is like a to-do list on like steroids that helps teams and companies figure out how to prioritize and schedule the work that needs to get done. So a ticket is like an item on a to-do list, and it is given a point value of how much work you think it is. Not to be confused with hours. It's a little different. They sort of like tell you to, they discourage you from thinking that way because it's a little bit of a relative scale. So anyway, I was interested in a work week is 40 hours, but you can do it whenever you want. Doesn't have to be 9 to 5. Doesn't have to be Monday through Friday. You know, if you're free Saturdays and you have a thing you want to do Fridays, then fine, do that. You know, just whenever you want, 40 hours anytime. The other one is, I think, results based, where you say I'm able to do 40 tickets or 40 points of work a week, or let's pick a different number, 20 points of work a week.
Sure.
And as long as you get through, and again, you and your boss give every item on the to-do list a point value. So if you and your boss both have agreement and buy-in on what those points are, every Monday or every second Monday you have a meeting that decides that.
Yeah.
And you can say, all right, like in the next week or 2 weeks, I need to get, 30 or 60 points done.
Yep.
And if you do that,
Which is usually referred to as a velocity.
yeah, exactly. A velocity. But if you can do that, and maybe you can do that in 25 extremely focused hours, or maybe it takes you 60 hours, whatever, get it done. And as long as you get the work that you agreed on done, you're good. And I think artificially saying a 40-hour work week, like, how much of a 40-hour work week is totally wasted bullshit, I wonder. Like, if I could break up the time the way I wanted to, I bet I could get my, air quotes, 40 hours of work done in 25. If I actually could pace it the way I wanted to, take breaks when I wanted to.
So why the fuck is everybody shooting fucking cinnamon here? Sorry.
Because that's their Rule 34.
I guess so. Yeah, it's.
Do you think that would work for you? Do you like the way things are? Or do you think being able to do your 40 whenever? Or having a results-based environment where you agree to hit like 30 points arbitrarily in a week?
I think I would prefer to do, just because there's so many unknowns in a lot of the stuff I've been working on lately at work.
Yeah.
I feel like 40 hours whenever would be the preferred one currently.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that too. And my job lets us get real close to that. So I'm pretty fortunate for that.
Because it's very easy to get wrapped up, especially in web tech. It's very easy to get wrapped up into a problem that could take you 100 hours that you think will just take
like
you 40.
dumb things that should not take time, like getting your fonts to load in a way that doesn't slow down the page load and also doesn't have like a flash of shitty fonts before the good fonts load. Things like that sound stupid, like, can actually take you a lot of time to figure out.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I think the 40 hours whenever you can, but it's a flip side, because if you do 40 hours but only get 5 points of work done, they're going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I agree.
So,
there needs to be a happy medium, but I feel like, and the trick too is like the 40 hours whatever works great if you are working on stuff that, if you're working on stuff where working alone is acceptable. But there's a lot of times where you kind of can't. Like, you need to be working in tandem with other people, and that's where that gets more difficult.
That's true. My company is pretty good about that.
Jeez. Okay, they're giving me a lot of shit. I got to be headed directly into a boss battle here.
We have projects that many of us are working on at once, but we just do all the tickets in such a way that you just like take the things you want to do and it just eventually gets done. But that's also maybe a side effect of working on Drupal.
Yeah.
Because everything is like compartmentalized, which I hate Drupal, but that's a nice thing, I guess. But anyway, I don't know why we're talking about work so much on the air.
I don't know either. It just sort of happened.
Came up. But anyway, I think a 40-hour work week, 9 to 5, is, for many people, unproductive. It's a lot like how they say in schools, like the way schools traditionally teach only caters to like a third of students because people have different learning styles.
Yeah.
And I think if people have different learning styles, they probably have different working styles.
That's true. That's a fair way of looking at that, yeah.
So I definitely feel that. Like, sometimes I will just like not get work done during the day and then do it later and get it done in half the time it would have normally taken me. But anyway, I digress. We're back. We're playing, I almost said Battle Network. It's basically Battle Network. It's Mega Man X Command Mission.
It's pretty close to a Battle Network.
I'm John.
I'm Rick. I think we already did this part, but that's cool.
I can't remember.
I don't either.
Um,
Whatever. Boom.
but hopefully you're almost at a boss battle. Oh,
I think
totally
so.
Forgot I ordered food. Do you remember when Alex would order future wings?
Yep.
Our
sure
friend
do.
Alex would just like pick a time he knew he would be at home, like a week in advance, and just order wings from the place, because the wings place in Worcester let you schedule your deliveries
Days
up
in
to
advance.
a week in advance.
Yeah.
So he would just order himself like 3 days prior. He'd order himself some surprise wings for like a time.
And then he'd just be at home, and then ding dong, wings show up.
And he'd be like,
he's
"Whoa,
oh,
what the
yeah.
fuck is it?" Yeah, you know.
Oh man.
Oh, I gotta see him. He wants to record something this week, but he's being Alex about it. So
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm curious if anything that he's been planning over the last like year or so
Yeah.
is actually coming to fruition or
yeah,
or what, but
oh, I guess I was talking to you. I thought I was talking to him about it, but I asked him if there had been any movement there, and I think
Yeah.
he said not really.
that's a bummer. I know that he's very
Maybe we
emotionally invested in it, but I don't know how.
Well,
I
he's got a
guess-
lot going on. Did you know that he's in a master's program?
I had no idea.
He's getting a master's degree from the school that he works at, which is a good school.
Oh, cool.
Do you know that?
I did not know that.
Do you know which school he works for?
I think so.
Yeah. It's the big one in the town he lives in.
Yes.
Trying to not, I don't know why. I just feel like some things about. So Alex has never actually been on the D-pad channel.
That's true. He was not.
He was not present for
He
that.
was not present for 5 Days
5
a
Days a
Stranger.
Stranger.
I'm not sure if he
He
was
hasn't been in
present.
anything.
He not on for our debut episode of the radio show?
He was, but that's not something
I
most
think-
of our fans have seen.
That's true. But I think that's the only crossover he's
So,
ever had.
We do talk about Alex from time to time though, because he's the Tonka is being
Tonka's
fucking
literally like
adorable.
got her
right
arm
now.
wrapped around my hand right now and digging her claws in a little tight, but it's okay. She's just kind of hanging out, just looking at me, being adorable, swallowing something. I don't
Guys
know
are
what that
so
was.
cute. Oh, I love
She's just
it.
resting. She loves curling up on arms in particular. She loves
Yeah.
arms.
Tonka is the sweetest cat.
I have never known a cat more friendly and adorable and sweet than this one. And
She's even friendlier than
known-
Coco.
I've known at least a dozen cats pretty well. I've at least partially owned at least a dozen cats over my entire life.
Yeah.
And Tonka easily is the nicest of all of them, like by such a wide margin.
Coco definitely had a cool vibe about her.
Oh, yeah.
And she was very friendly, but she was nothing like this.
Yeah. Coco,
You know.
you could tell, was sort of like, all right, friendly time is cool. I'm going to go and like do my own thing
Right.
for a while.
She'd be like really friendly, and then she's like, "All right, I'm good. See ya."
Yeah.
Tonka's just like, "I love you."
Tonka-
I think it's because she's so grateful that she's alive.
Maybe, yeah. Tonka definitely seems to get kind of visibly depressed when there's not attention now and then.
Yeah. Like when I come, like my schedule is a little weird, so like sometimes I'll come into the house when like Rick and Ben have both been at work for 4 or 5 hours.
Just masturbates everywhere.
So I mean, in addition to that,
Yeah.
before I do that, Tonka
Oh, it's
runs
before.
up to me.
Does
Well,
the
the-
rest of this get you like in the zone or
No,
like,
not at all. But like the second I walk in, Tonka's just like, "Oh my god, a human!
Yeah.
Sweet!"
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and I guess it makes sense because if I lived with Goji, again, like Tonka and Goji are such perfect foils to each other. Like
They
Tonka's
really are.
a little dumb and super nice, and
Goji's, like,
is
scheming.
an evil, evil genius.
She is Dr. Robotnik the cat.
Oh my god, I love it. Anyway, wow, we're all over the place. Oh, but Alex is the reason Rick and I are friends.
Yeah.
So we want to bring him in for some reason.
Hey, look, it's a dildo
Oh, great.
with a platform
Is
on
that-
the top. Is that
really what you see first?
Well, I mean, it's rounded on the top. It's a long stick. There's some kind of sploogey something going on the side there.
It's about a foot too long.
It's definitely. I mean, it's definitely got some heft to it. Revolver shaft area.
Revulva.
Oh, that must have been what that image was.
I'm gonna start a female sex-positive blog called Revulva.
I think so. The sketch comedy group that I was in college, I think, had a show called Revulva
Oh,
that
really?
almost it was before my time by about a year, and it got them in a lot of trouble
Why?
because they were putting up posters for the show,
I have learned.
and it was like a woman's hand with her fingers like kind of curled
Oh,
in, but
okay.
not on the gun the way you'd expect it to be, and it was called Revolva, and there was like, yo, guys,
That's
really?
pushing it a little.
Like, come on
But,
now.
You know, like, so not to sound like a total prick, but I try to read a lot of philosophy and like think about it.
Whoa, wait a minute. What? Am I
4?
rotating the whole thing? Oh, yeah. Is that the number 4? I thought that it was like a tower, so I guess the first one was 1, and we're like tipping the fucking tower over.
Dildo Tower. It's everyone's favorite. Anyway, the older I get and the more I learn about philosophy in the world, nothing fucking matters, you guys.
Anyone
Stop
can
being
see.
offended. Yeah, anyone can see. Stop being offended at dumb shit. Like, nothing matters. Like,
This
but
message of hope brought to you by
here's
the
the thing.
D-pad.
I am the biggest optimistic nihilist you will ever see.
Oh,
Stoicism is kind of like optimistic nihilism. Because it's like, nothing really matters, and the only thing that matters is your experience, because the entire world is just your experience, because that's all you have. And so
Okay.
that sounds like nihilist and defeatist almost, but at the same time, it's like, you can control that and everything's beautiful, and you can only be upset by the things you let upset you, which is mostly true. And so, stop being upset by dumb shit. Like, I don't know. I don't have any good examples, but I just think we still live in a somewhat puritanical culture.
no, we definitely
Even
do.
in 2017, like, some things are worth getting upset about, you know, like people actively trying to ruin the lives of other people.
Yeah.
I think that's all I'm going to say.
I think
But-
what a lot of it comes down to is like, if it's someone's personal feelings, if it's something that doesn't affect you in any way, like, just let them be, I
Right.
guess.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's but anyway, just
Ooh.
if you don't want to read a lot of philosophy but you want to benefit from the wisdom, it really boils down to be cool, nothing really matters, life
be a
is what
dick.
you make it. That's it. The three things. Be cool, be cool, life is what you make it, and nothing really matters. So that's what I've learned from reading a couple philosophy books this year, guys.
Nice.
It's upsetting too, and that's why watching the news literally makes me cringe. Because it's all about this person was offended by this, or this famous person sucks at this, or these people tried to kill these people, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah. Whoop, there's your food. I don't know. I feel like it's, yeah, oh, that's right, the buff dumplings. I feel like it's difficult to not be, like, acutely aware of all the shit going on at this point. Just because, like, I don't know. There's just a lot of shit going on, and it's hard. It's increasingly hard to avoid, I guess. I'm actually going to let this go so that I can heal. Let's do this. Come on.
Oh, I just high-fived Goji. She liked it.
Nice. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. Stuff is crazy, and I'm just fucking exhausted by it all.
Honestly, yeah. And I mean, like, unfortunately, I've been following the news slightly more than I usually do.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have to, but I hate it. I still avoid it. I still only check it maybe once a week. Like, because everyone I know doesn't shut the fuck up about it anyway. So I'm going to hear about it.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's very depressing.
So let's see. That's going to be nice and loud on mic.
Thunderbag.
Oh, God.
In between episodes, I'll serve it.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out, so does the left one go down 3 and the right one goes up 2? Is that how this works? I'm still trying to figure out what the math we're working with here is.
Honestly, I have not been paying any
So this is 5. So
attention.
yeah, the left one goes down 3. The right one goes up 2. So if I go, the right one again will go to 3, which we haven't been to yet.
So this is a bullshit Battle Network-y puzzle.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not that bad. It's kind of an interesting idea, but, you know, it's just like, this puzzle's not really that cool, and it just makes it longer.
Yep.
Which I think is like the refrain of Battle Network.
Ugh.
How you doing, man? 3 games of Battle Network in.
Oh, man. So as of the time that we recorded this, I'm 15 episodes in to Game 3 of Battle Network 4. So that's 75 episodes at this point. Mega Man X is elite right now. That's fun. I don't know. I can't wait to be done with that fucking game and move on to something else.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Battle Network 4 has been unenjoyable pretty much the entire time.
I feel really bad for you, man. Like, I kind of... At first, I was like, fuck you, Rick. Like, don't play it 3 times. You know, but you explained
I
to
have
me,
never seen what the post game for that thing
I
looks
know.
like.
You explained to me why, and I was like, well, could you play it off mic? And you're like, I could, but there's differences. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
there's new missions.
So
we actually had in Tournament 2, the one that I'm just finishing up now, there were 2 of the 3 of those situations are brand new, which is more than we've had across like the entire thing. Tonk is doing something to my leg. I think she's sniffing my leg.
great. So like, I understand why you did it, and I still think it's kind of a bad use of airtime, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I see why you did it and why you have to do it. And it would have been kind of incomplete if we just stopped after beating it once. But I don't know. I guess you did the right thing. It just seems shitty. If it were me, I probably would have done it, but off mic and only shown the different parts. But that would have been a lot of annoying editing.
That's the thing, is like originally that was kind of the idea, but then it was like, okay, if I do that, I still have to do it anyway.
Right.
If I have to play it anyway, why not be on
Why
mic?
not? Yeah.
Plus, we had a lot of catch up to do anyway, so like I kind of put those two together. Plus, we had more interesting games going on at the same time, so that kind of factored in. It's like it's the perfect storm of being able to use that kind of as fodder.
Yeah,
in a weird way.
Network is like the redheaded stepchild of our channel.
Just honestly, it's been the post game for 3 and game 4, and I guess Battleship
9,
Challenge in
wow.
between those. Like it's just been a rough
Battleship
run.
was so hilariously lame.
Oh boy! Once we're done with 4, everything gets a lot. I guess there's a little bit more weird shit after that, but like for the most part, everything gets back to normal and good.
Cool.
After that, so it'll be a nice return to form once we're
ready.
there. So I'm excited about that. God, this fucking battle goes on forever. Oh, because he built his defense up. That's
So how about that doorknob?
Yeah, it must have fallen off in the last couple days because one day I woke up and went to go do it and it was just gone. I don't know where it is either.
We don't even know where it is.
I have no idea where it is.
Someone stole our doorknob?
I mean, from the inside, yeah. I think Ben just took it and put it somewhere. So I don't know.
Wow, that's hilarious.
News to me. I literally don't know where our
been a
doorknob
nightmare.
is.
That. Hey, I'm actually proud because I fixed that doorknob 2 years ago and it lasted a long time.
Yep.
Despite not being the right size, because this door must be fucking custom or something. It's like a 1/4 inch too long for any doorknob you can get. So you have to like. I don't know if you've ever worked with a doorknob, but there's like screws holding
I don't
into
know if anyone
a
out there's got
rod.
an experience using a doorknob.
But you have to like keep them, like keep the rod a little more stretched out than it's meant to, so like the
That's what she
screws
said.
come loose over time. It's
You gotta
annoying.
keep the screws. You
It's
gotta
annoying.
get the screws to come loose.
This food smells really good. Hopefully it doesn't suck.
Hopefully we can get to a save point pretty soon here.
Yeah, you mother. No.
Where am I anyway? I've totally lost track of
Great
everything. Oh, that's right. We're doing the floors. Hey,
Tonka,
hey.
you're so weird.
Tonka's on my foot right now. That's fun.
My friend's dog is really nice.
Yeah.
But
oh, because her toy is by my foot. That's why.
oh, okay.
Oh dear.
My friend's dog is really nice, but she barks like crazy when new people come to the door, which is fine.
Yeah.
A lot of dogs do that, and she stops after a couple minutes, so it's not like constant barking, which I hate. So she's relatively okay about that, like, you know.
Mhm.
But her other thing is that she will just lick you for hours.
Good.
Like, I'm wearing shorts, I'm sitting down, and she's just licking me, licking me, licking me, licking me.
You're supposed to be saying
And
this
I'm
on
like,
mic, dude. This is a
I know, it's weird, but she means well. She's like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, is she nervous? Like, is this like a nervous habit of hers? And like, I was like, hey, you want to like come up and like hang out? So she jumps on my lap, and it's a pretty big dog too.
Yeah.
But she jumps up on my lap, and I'm like, oh, this is really nice. We're just like hanging out. She like rests her head on my shoulder, and she starts licking my neck like hardcore.
Yeah, so
I'm
this
like,
is about to
okay,
become
okay,
a sexual thing
Okay,
here.
I don't like this. This is too much. Like, I don't really care when it's my legs because like whatever, you know what I mean?
And then like pushes away, and then it comes up and just starts whispering things in your ear.
Yeah. Woof, woof. That's fucked up. No. But yeah, so I'm just like this is a insane amount of licking. Like most dogs will stop after a couple minutes, you know, or like once in a while, and it's like
Or
nice.
the peanut
It's like
butter
they're-
wears off.
You know,
or,
it's like oh Jesus, Rick. See, I've never really had a dog, so I don't know what's kosher here.
I haven't had a dog since I was like 9.
I had one briefly.
Whoa!
Whoops.
What?
Yeah, well, fuck you, Marino. I think I had one briefly when I was 2 and never since then.
Yeah, my parents got a dog a couple months before I was born. We had it until I was like 10 or 11, I think. I don't really remember exactly when. What
was his name?
Max.
Max.
Because he was a dog in the 90s or in the 80s, so of course his name was Max.
Yeah, right.
He was a big. I think he was a mix between a greyhound and something else. I don't remember what the other part was, but he was basically always just this kind of big, ratty-looking grayish brown dog.
Oh, that sucks.
He was a friendly dog, but he had to stay outside.
He wasn't allowed in the house ever.
I don't remember if he was allowed in the house. I think he was allowed in like our downstairs area,
Okay.
but he wasn't allowed like upstairs.
Okay, that makes sense.
But especially when my mom got a daycare, and started doing that, like, and expanding so the basement was actually more of a daycare area. They got a little bit more antsy about that, and he started going blind. So that was kind of
That's a
yeah.
bummer.
So like it became more of like okay, maybe once he was starting to get blind enough that he was having a hard time, he's just like he got panicky and stuff.
Sure.
So I don't know if he was put down or if we gave him up to like a dog shelter or whatever. But
he went to the farm.
Yeah, that's all I really know.
In some way, he went to the farm. You were probably young enough that they were like sparing you the details.
Probably. Anyway, we're gonna come back and I'm probably gonna deal with more bullshit next time. Bye.
Bye.
Get on it. Get up.
Once again, back is the incredible.